Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baka podcast.
Baka. It's amazing how every time you open your mouth, you prove you're an idiot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a mini-sode of Baka. You want to talk about anime, but you know it's not that week, so you're going to settle for this Diet Coke of anime podcasting, where we talk about random anime topics that come off the top of our head instead of focusing on the show. You know what it is. You've been to a mini-sode before, I assume. Okay. To help me talk about it, we have my co-hosts, Jeremy and Jason. How are you guys doing?
Oh my god, wow. That was so abrupt.
Yeah, I'm used to being insulted by this point, so this is weird.
I guess you could say I missed my opportunity. Tying it back in, that's podcast production right there. What the Because we are talking about anime shows that have gotten away from us that we missed out on, even though we know we'd like them. So, but we do need to talk about you guys. How are you doing, Jeremy? What you been up to?
I've been playing XCOM 2 The Long War and doing so much better now that I'm starting to remember how to play XCOM again.
The irony is that you will be playing that for a long time because it's The Long War, so you'll hear that a lot of times for the next couple episodes.
Yeah, there might be little periods of breaks here and there, but I will always come back to it until one day I actually finish a Long War campaign. And I really hope to do that before they come out with that new expansion, because that thing looks so amazing. I want it so bad.
Okay. Jason, how are you doing?
Fantastic. The weather here in Western Washington is a little warmer than what we'd like. At least, well, me.
It's definitely warmer for every other host on this podcast than you. But you also get the muggy. Texas get muggy?
Oh my god, yes. Okay, it's like you're in a sauna all day.
Yeah, mine's a dry heat, so.
Well, we put up the above ground pool that we bought like 2 years. Interesting. Nice. I when we first bought the house, we moved in, set up the pool because it was that summer, enjoyed it, cleaned it, put it in the middle of putting it away, and I put it on my deck underneath like a second tier deck. So like I've got like a tiny deck.
Jason has a tiny deck. We all know.
Above my main deck. Anyway.
Wow.
Jason's talented.
Put a tarp under it or over it. 2 years later, I was like, you know what? I should probably put that thing away.
Oh my god.
Pulled it out, and I was just expecting the thing not to hold water. I was expecting it to just be, deteriorating, full of junk. It was immaculate. The cover was almost garbage, but the pool was immaculate.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a good surprise. And then while cleaning the cover, I was an idiot. I put Dawn all over it. I got my broom that, like a floor broom, and I was like scrubbing this thing, and I slipped and fell on my back. So that was good times.
Wow.
So
2 decks and still injured. Learned a lot about you today.
You know what? How are you, Troy?
I'm doing good. I promised a report on playing Alien Isolation for the first time. One of Jason's favorite games.
Yes.
And playing it. So, okay, I was a horrible parent today because my 3-year-old walked in and I was still playing. I was like, I'm not ready to turn it off yet. So I convinced my 3-year-old I was playing hide and seek with Steve.
It's just kind of true.
That game's hard. That game is scary. I think it's gonna. Okay, so I think it has a problem that a lot of horror games now, where I die so much, it kind of loses its scariness. But the challenge of getting past this alien is great and super fun. I just think I need to be more aggressive. I spend way too much time hiding in lockers, staring at a little radar. Come on, go away.
Because it gets worse later on. Like,
yeah.
He won't leave you alone.
I'm only past the first couple areas, and Yeah, I don't know
Steve-
how I'm going to get better at this game, but
Steve will
I'm
not let you turtle.
and Steve's a jerk. Steve is a jerk. And it's a very much a learning process. I throw a flashbang at him and then realize aliens don't have eyes. Oh no. And
Or I'm going to use this radar that makes a beeping sound inside this locker, and I'll be safe.
and apparently he heard that.
Oh. So did Sean see Steve find you?
Sean has seen Steve find me a few times, even though it's weird because we keep covering his eyes whenever Steve finds me. But he probably caught a glimpse of it. He did at one point yell at me for going in a vent because he saw me find Steve in a vent, and he's like, "Never go in the vent.
Don't go in
It's the worst."
Steve's in the vent.
I didn't play it with him for that long.
I
Never go in the vent.
I did turn it off. And
It's like his version of It. The cloud is Steve, the xenomorph.
Child's Play was mine. My
Was it?
parents bought me a My Little Buddy, and when Child's Play came out, my dad used to hold the doll up and make it do Chucky voices.
And you saw Cult of Chucky's coming out, right?
Yeah, that's what made
Oh,
me think of
God.
that. Cult of Chucky, the next sequel is coming out. Let's get back to our mini-set discussion. If you're mowing your lawn and you this is what you came for, now's the time to start paying attention. Okay, what anime have we been missing out on? So I call this Baka Come Back because you can blame it on me.
You are so proud of yourself.
I'm so happy with that episode title. I always get excited for just working the word Baka into the title, but I sing that song out loud for no reason all the time. I'm so happy. Again, we're talking about anime. The idea is that you wanted to watch it. You planned on watching it. Something else shiny came up and it went by you. People talk about it. You know you're going to love it. It's right up your alley. You plan to watch it, but you keep setting it aside. I think a lot of people do it with Game of Thrones. Like, I'm going to watch Game of Thrones one of these days. But it's 6 seasons long now, and when do I have that kind of time? Look, there's a new show with dragons. So I want to talk about those animes. I want to talk about what we missed. Which ones did we not get to finish? What stops us from going back to them and getting it done? And will we ever rectify that with these animes? And then we're also going to make fun of each other. Like, no, you have to watch that one. Like, you guys better mention Full Metal Alchemist because I know neither of you have finished it, and that is not okay. So who wants to start? Who wants to get yelled at first?
Well, Full Metal Alchemist is on my list.
Yeah, it better be.
Yep.
What else is on your list, Jeremy?
Surprisingly enough, Naruto. I mean, I really, really liked Hunter x Hunter. And I remember that, when I finished watching Dragon Ball Z and I got caught up with that, Naruto was relatively new
Right.
at the time. I just didn't catch that train, I saw a little bit of Bleach. I thought that was pretty cool. Everybody was loving Naruto, but it was already like 2 seasons in by the time I really knew about it. And so I just kind of got to listen from the sidelines on that one too. And so, yeah, I would love to watch it.
I haven't seen all of Naruto, and I don't ever plan to, but it's actually a decision I've made on purpose, and I'm okay with it. Like, I can't watch that many episodes, so I just want to see the highlights. I've watched a couple episodes here, watched a couple of the Great Shinobi War, watched a couple at the end, watched a couple of the movies, and checked in on Boruto. Like, I want to keep track of Naruto, but I don't want to take every step of this journey with him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, for me, that doesn't really fall into this area because that was a purposeful decision that I made.
So how many, are there particular seasons or arcs that you could just cut out and you would still get the story of Naruto?
Definitely cut out the spoiler, and you can find that episode list really easy.
Okay.
But they do the Dragon Ball Z thing where they take too long to get through battles.
We need a Naruto abridged.
Yes, we do.
That's what we need.
It probably exists, but there's a lot of animes abridged, but it's I don't know. Some are as good as, like, I heard Sword Art Online abridged is very good, but Team 4 Stars does such an awesome job. I'm worried about quality. What about these other abridged series?
Did they make it funny, Sword Art Online?
Yeah, I guess it makes the story better and all kinds of stuff. I've heard only good things.
Find this.
I'm gonna have to pick that up.
Yes.
This is reaching back, and actually it feels like an anime sin, I guess. I don't know. It's like everyone that is into anime has always started with Pokemon, and I have never seen a single episode.
You're fine. You're
yeah. You're not really
it seems like that's the starter for everyone in my generation. It's like you didn't see Pokemon, or you didn't even see like some of the seasons. Like,
go watch one episode, and you've seen almost every episode.
Yeah. Yes.
They're very self-contained. Ashes, spoilers, everyone for Pokemon. Close your ears. Ash has never won a tournament. He goes to every tournament. He's never won.
And also, like, from the art I've seen, he never ages.
No, he doesn't age. Yeah, it's a running gag.
He's a
now.
Pokemon.
There is a MatPat video out there that says humans are Pokemon.
Really?
They're the most
I like that
form of Pokemon.
I used to watch the Pokemon anime, but it was very like, oh look, the bridge is out. Oh no, Team Rocket captured Pikachu. Oh, we did a Pokemon thing to save both those solutions. And next episode, do it again. I would suggest Pokemon the movie. It's like a longer episode. It's really good production.
I did watch the Mewtwo one, and I was highly entertained by that one. But I think that was just because Mewtwo.
I think you're good.
Okay.
You've tasted the best of the
Walk away. You heard the Jigglypuff, my brother, whatever. It's all good.
What's at the top of your list, Troy?
The ending of Inuyasha. So I watched every episode of that super long running series, and when you get to the end, it stopped. Because the manga writer stopped and they didn't finish the anime. Years later, a couple years ago, they released like the final 13 episodes, one last story arc to finish it off. And I never went and watched it. And it's like, I spent so much time with Inuyasha. I watched all the filler. I watched every episode, and it was on Toonami, so it was once a week. Like, it wasn't a binge anything. And I can't bring myself to go watch the ending. And maybe it's because I got hurt by it. I don't know. But I don't have, this is one I'm not going back for. I'm not going to go watch the ending of Inuyasha. And I don't really have a good reason, but I'm not going to do it, guys. I'm just not walking away, Inuyasha.
So at least you're honest.
What would happen if one of us picked that for our, beginning of the year?
You know how I feel about starting stories in the middle.
But you've already seen the middle and the beginning.
Doesn't matter for me. It's about our audience, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what else.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to say, Jeremy, do you have one that you have left unfinished?
Yeah, actually, Attack on Titan.
Yep, it's on my list.
The first season or second season?
First.
What?
I am halfway through the first season because that's all that was the English
Shame
dub
on both of you.
Yep. That was what was available when I watched it, and then other things got in the way, and I have not been able to get back and finish it. So I've seen things up to a particular transformative point, and from that point on, I don't know what happens.
Right? Is that where you're at? The Rock in the Hole?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's exactly where I am.
Right before Levi enters the story, right before it gets like really good. Now, okay, so my excuse is the English dub thing. I watched this on Netflix. My family was into it, Yeah, I'm a horrible parent. We've established that.
Sean's like, yeah! Get him! Fight it!
I mean, I just bought him Dragon Ball with the Master Roshi Bulma Panty scene to watch on his own.
Spoiler alert.
Not winning any prizes here for number one. So yeah, and we watched it up until all it was on Netflix with English dub. And they're like, okay, we'll wait for more. And Netflix never did. Now I have signed up for the Crunchyroll, Funimation, VRV. I have all the episodes and I've added them to my watch list. It is there. And I just haven't taken a day to sit down. I think a part of it is it's heavy. Like Attack on Titan 2 is like, I need to sit down and really get into this. I can't just put this on and then go make dinner. I do that with some animes. I was just like, oh, I'm going to watch Toradora. I'm going to watch two teenagers fall in love and the silly comedy anime. Yeah, I do that on my own, you guys. I know you're judging me. And then I go and I make dinner and the kids laugh at it and I'll come in and be like, oh, what happened? Oh, she hit him with a sword. Oh, that's funny. I can't do that with Attack on Titan. I need to get I need to give it its full attention, and I just haven't had time to do that. This is one I plan on finishing for sure. Season 2 just ended. Like I want to keep going Attack on Titan.
What about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, I do. I want to go finish. I'm probably going to have to like at least go back 2 or 3 episodes just to get that feeling again of being with the characters, and then see what happens. I have spoiled myself a little bit on it, to be honest. I know some of the basics of the story, because I honestly, I didn't foresee myself going back to finish it. Like if I set something aside, 90% of the time, I will not go back and pick it up. It is dead to me. So,
it's interesting.
Nice.
So, Jason, you've seen it?
Yeah, so I've seen the whole first season. I've been waiting for the second season to come out on dub. So I think it's all out now.
Yeah, I think they simulcasted that, so I think you can.
Yeah, so I need to go back and watch that. But the two that I've left unfinished, the first one that I really, really want to go back and finish is Erased. I had the same symptom as you guys. I was watching it as it was coming out, and I just kind of got lost. Right. That's a captivating anime, just completely unique and also really heavy. Like that is, yeah. But then the other one was Brotherhood. Got about 5 episodes in the Brotherhood, and realized. See, my issue is I watched it right off the back of Full Metal Alchemist, the regular one. Then I watched the Philo Star or the Nilo Star.
Star of Milo.
Yeah. And then I started into Brotherhood.
You didn't watch Conquerors of Shambhala?
Yes, I did. I watched
that movie. I love that movie.
Yes, that was better than the Star of Nilos. But and fortunately I found this out, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But apparently the first 12 episodes of Brotherhood are basically recap episodes of the original series. And actually after that point is all new content. And I didn't realize that. Yeah. So I need to go back and watch it.
Not only is it recap, but it's like speeding you through the first season of the regular Full Metal Alchemist. Like, hey, here we're hitting all the plot points. Okay, now we can do the real stuff. Right. It was frustrating. And it made me frustrated because I was like, some people aren't going to want to watch both series. And if they watch this Brotherhood, they're going to miss all this, Barry the Butcher's introduction before you meet him in his suit. That episode is so great in regular Full Metal Alchemist, but in Brotherhood, he just shows up in pre-suit like, hey, I was a serial killer at one time. And you don't get that connection.
Yeah.
It's rough. I get that. I have Erased on my list, but I've never even started it, but it is one I've wanted to watch from day one. I know I'm going to love it. I know it's dark, and I always find something else to put on first. And my kids have seen it. My teenagers, they're about to go to college. Leave me alone. And they told me, Dad, what are you doing? You gotta watch this anime. It is mind blowing. And I'm like, yeah, I will. But what if we put on Hamtaro right now? That one I made up. I have not watched Hamtaro.
It's on the list though, isn't it?
How about you, Jeremy? What else you got?
So along those kinds of veins of things that I really want to watch, but I just Death Note and Darker Than Black and Devil is a Part-Timer. All 3 of those.
Yes.
Mainly hype reasons. Like either one of you or well, generally for those, it's one of you has told me that they're really, really good.
Wait, who liked Darker Than Black? Was it him over there?
I thought it was you.
No. I adore that anime. There were some problems with the ending. I didn't like the way the first season ended. I don't know if there are any other seasons.
I think I had trouble connecting to the main character. I watched the first couple ones and I was like, I'm not grabbing this, and I walked away.
First couple of episodes, the main character is aloof, but I really enjoyed Darker Than Black.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, I would like to see those. Another one you guys probably haven't heard of, maybe you have, is The Last Exile.
Is that a movie?
Steampunk.
Is that the pilot? They fly the steampunk plane?
Yeah.
I think I watched like the first 2 episodes of that, and I loved the steampunk. I loved the plane, and I think I got busy.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too. Yep. I actually was corresponding a little bit with one of the guys from Fear the Boot, Chris, years and years and years ago, because he loved anime. Yeah, and so I asked him, hey, what are your recommendations? And that was one of them. And so I really, really wanted to watch it, but other stuff got in the way partway through it.
And see how nice it is when people talk to a podcast.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of mine, and this one hurts me more probably than even Attack on Titan. The second season of Psycho-Pass. The first season of Psycho-Pass, I loved. I love Psycho-Pass. It is one of my favorites. And I know there's a second season, and why have I not watched it? That one I don't know. It's like I keep forgetting it exists, and then I'll see something of Psycho-Pass and I'll be like, I really need to watch that second season. Ooh, shiny over here.
Troy, you're gonna kick me for this, and just like what you just said, I have no real good excuse for it because I do want to see it. Is Death Note? Why have I not seen Death Note?
Please watch it before you watch the Netflix adaptation. do not let the I'm not going to say if it's going to be good or bad. Okay,
dude, I didn't even finish the first season of Stranger Things on Netflix. So I mean,
what is wrong with you?
See,
that was amazing. It was really, really good.
We watched that an entire afternoon, like we couldn't stop.
Yeah. That was a great show.
To the Death Note, I would just say make sure you watch the anime before you watch the live action.
That's a good call. Yeah, because every time you're like, "Oh, Light was such a great character," I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I always have to go look up the names every time Troy posts something about Death Note. I'm like, who's that again?
Guys, L, the creepy detective, Light, the perfect student psychopath.
Come on. Light is the bad guy. Light is dark.
Obviously.
L is good.
Right. Except for L looks like a creepy weirdo, but he's the detective. And then Light is the perfect upstanding student, and he's the murderer.
I haven't made time for Death Note, but somehow I made time for Sekirei. I need to switch my priorities.
Priorities.
Come on. I watched Kaijo. I haven't seen any of these ones I've listed. They're way deserve it more than Kaijo. But boobies gonna be boobies, guys.
Yeah, actually, I need to catch up with, or actually, I need to start season 2 of My Hero Academia. And Dragon Ball Z. I have a huge confession to make. I love that show so much, and I haven't seen anything past the Buu Saga.
Wait, so you haven't seen Super?
No.
Because you don't need to watch GT. GT's garbage. And Super is not exactly winning awards right now. Well, My Hero Academia you need to watch. I think they're setting a bar for everyone else right now. But Dragon Ball Super, if you don't want to watch, Goku fight alternate dimension Goku or Frieza come back for the 3rd time in a season.
Didn't he get kicked out as canon? Like they were like, this didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
I actually look forward to when DBZ Abridged finally gets to Super. Like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be funny.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is the best, though.
I haven't seen that one.
Do you have to like know Yu-Gi-Oh in order to appreciate it?
I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged before I watched the real, because actually Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged got me interested in watching the real anime, and it is some of the funniest YouTube I've ever watched.
Really? Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Have you seen DBZ Abridged?
Huh?
Have you seen DBZ Abridged? Like, I'm trying to compare it,
and it never really hooked me. But I'll have to live a watch.
Watch the Saiyan Saga. Watch Nappa.
Okay.
Nappa is a show stealer. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Everything they do with Nappa, like you can tell they didn't want to let Nappa go because he was so good, so perfection.
Yep.
In Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, sorry to bring this up again, but you have these moments where it's like, there's been a kidnapping. Someone really powerful is like threatening a really terrible thing, and how do they resolve the conflict? A children's card game.
Oh God.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged actually did a crossover with a bunch of different Abridged series in the Cell tournament, and where they
I love that.
And they had the voice actors like Yu-Gi-Oh came and challenged Cell to a card game, and they had
so great
Yu-Gi-Oh actors talk to Cell. All good stuff. We do need to wrap up there, guys. So if you have more that you wish you had seen, just go watch them. We would actually like to hear our audience's list, though, too. What everyone has these animes that they just got away from you. What are yours, and which ones do you think we are just super stupid for letting them stay on our list? I know I need to watch Attack on Titan. You don't need to message me that 100 times.
Yeah,
that one I get. But if you want to reach us, our Twitter is @Baka Podcast. Our email, theanimebakaclub @gmail.com, or leave a comment wherever you found this podcast, and it will reach us theoretically. Because I don't fully understand how podcasting works. I have a microphone, kind of.
We're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah. Next week, we are going to do our regular episode. We're going to talk about an anime that Jeremy picked that he will tell us the name of.
Rage of the Bahamut, or Rage of Bahamut Genesis.
Why didn't you make him say it? That would have been way better.
Yeah, I was caught off guard. I didn't think you were going to ask me.
Nailed it. I'm having trouble saying that name. Still, it's been a whole week and I still can't do it. So we hope you're enjoying that, and I hope we are enjoying that as well, and then we will talk about it next week. With that said, you guys watch your animes, catch back up on what you missed, treat yourself. That's what you need to do, and we need to say goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
That was a great one, by the way.
Sayonara.